I received an incredible teaching from my second teacher, Maya Riss, yesterday that I want to share. And it's all about forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is really a state of being. It's a state of liberation. It's liberating ourselves. And I sort of knew this on a cognitive level, but I guess what I realized was that I hadn't really fully embodied this. And when she delivered this teacher, it got me in the heart. The arrow of it got me straight into the heart and opened up something in my awareness and allowed me to really understand forgiveness in a different way. And so she shared that, forgiveness is kind of propaganda, because the whole very meaning of forgiveness, like, or what it is, for us, it's a state of being, like, it's been kind of lost. And with this new age spiritual stuff, it's new age spiritual teachings and paradigm, there's somehow come about this idea in the sense that when something has happened for me, or something's happened and in maybe a relationship, and a part of me has felt hurt, by something that someone did or said, that there can be the tendency for us, or for me, to say, okay, if I need to do the work on myself in order to be able to forgive that person, because it hurts. And so I've got to work on that part and heal that part of me that hurts, and, do the U-turn, which is absolutely bang on. We do the U-turn and we see, okay, that part is there and that part is hurt, and I can work on that. But then if we say that I've got to do the work on myself to be able to forgive that person, and if that part of me, or there are parts of me saying, oh, hold on a second, for whatever reason, then it's like there's a part of us that believes, no, we have to do all of this work and we have to be able to forgive the other person. And what's actually happened is we're giving our power away in several ways, and we're actually blocking the healing process for the other person. Because and this is something I've been sharing, and I'm still working on my article that I'm going to share, which is around natural law, cosmic law. I've also been working with Ma'at and her 42 ideals, and there are just enshrined in natural and cosmic law some fundamental truths. And when these truths, or when these principles are violated, sometimes it's important for us to stand up and to say that and to hold that. But the thing is, that's missing from this whole forgiveness thing, is that when we have done the work to be in our unconditional lovingness, to know how to come back and how to sit in a stable and steadfast position from the seat of myself, to be able to look at that person and hold with love that mirror up and say, yeah, what happened, and it hit these parts of me, and there's something here to look at. And maybe not have to say it's wrong or it's bad, but to say that that was irrelevant or incorrect behavior, that was impactful, that was hurtful, that was harmful, and that is creating more suffering for myself and for you. To be able to do that from a place of lovingness and groundedness, if we can do that, and that unconditional love actually is there, then we don't really need anything else. We don't actually need forgiveness. And when we do this thing where it's like, okay, I need to heal myself or do what I need to do in myself so that I can forgive that person, we're also, and when we're not standing up to them, we're also, because they've magnetized that situation, it's happened for them also. They've needed us to be able to stand up and say, no, this is irrelevant and inappropriate behavior. They need our system to do that so that they can get the lesson from it. And when we don't do that because we're afraid, or we think it's not very spiritual, or, I have to be all love and light about this, then we're also blocking their process, their opportunity to be held accountable for whatever it is. And yeah, this is like flipping the whole idea of forgiveness on its head. And what it's showing me is that I've still got some work to do to have the confidence of self more present. There are some parts in the way of that. of being able to really hold that, you know, to be able to stand up in my supreme unconditional lovingness and just look and just be and have that look and that rootedness just go so far deep into the earth that presence is enough for that person to see, like, okay, yeah, that was incorrect or irrelevant behavior, that was impactful, and that is creating more suffering for them and for myself, and I'm going to go away and I'm going to look at that, you know. And for this to come not from a place of need from us, but just from a place of beingness, you know. So yeah, forgiveness, a state of being, and this power as well that's in it. And this isn't a power like power over, and this is another concept, new age spiritual concept that is totally, you know, I feel like not incorrect but misunderstood, you know, because it's not power over. Like, we have this power in each other's lives, and the power is simply like the charge, the power that we have to support one another and guide one another and be present for one another and hold one another accountable. And the power in that, not as a power of me over you, but the power that's behind that to enable you to be able to, without shame and fear, look at that and go, okay, yeah, no, I'm going to go away and sit with that. The power of that, you know, it's all in the power and presence of ourselves to be that mirror and to hold that lovingly, so that that person's own stuff is, if it is triggered, it's in a safe environment, and they can do the U-turn on that and they can be held. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Love you so much, dear ones.